For a specific generation of Americans, the Pizza Hut experience is locked in memory with the kind of clarity usually reserved for important life events. The red roof, the dark booths, the pitcher of soda, the salad bar with those little croutons. And if you were a kid in the 1980s, the Book It Pin, the program that gave you a free personal pan pizza if you read enough books. For 20 years, Pizza Hut wasn't just a restaurant. It was the reward, the destination, the place where ordinary Tuesdays became special. Today, over half of Pizza Hut's American locations are delivery only. The booths are mostly gone. The salad bars are gone. And millions of Americans are still grieving a dining experience they may never have fully appreciated until it disappeared. Welcome back to Behind the Menu. Today we're telling the full story of Pizza Hut, from two brothers in Wichita, Kansas in 1958, to the most successful pizza chain in world history, to what happened when delivery disrupted everything and left millions of loyal customers without their favorite booths. This is a story about dine-in culture, about the specific magic of eating pizza in a restaurant versus a box arriving at your door, and about what a brand loses when it prioritizes efficiency over experience. Frank and Dan Carney were college students at Wichita State University in 1958 when their neighbor, Rose Templeton, suggested they open a pizza restaurant. She offered to loan them $600. Their mother offered a little more. With that, they rented a small building on a Wichita street corner, a building with a sign that only had room for 9 letters, which is reportedly how they ended up with the name Pizza Hut, and opened on May 31st, 1958. To the most successful pizza chain in world history, to what happened when delivery disrupted everything and left millions of loyal customers without their favorite booths. The response was immediate. Within a year, they had opened their first franchise location. The Carney brothers had accidentally stumbled onto the perfect moment. America's post-war suburbs were growing, disposable income was rising, and families were looking for affordable, fun, slightly exotic dining options. Pizza was all of those things, and Pizza Hut was perfectly positioned to deliver it. By 1972, Pizza Hut had 1,000 locations. By 1977, 3,000. The chain went public, became a PepsiCo acquisition in 1977, and used Pepsi's marketing muscle and capital to accelerate growth further. The 1980s were the absolute peak. The launch of the pan pizza in 1980, thick, crispy-bottomed, loaded with toppings, was a genuine product innovation that dominated the pizza market for years. But what made Pizza Hut truly special, the thing that competitors could never quite replicate, was the dining room experience, and briefly made Pizza Hut the most talked about restaurant in America. At its peak, Pizza Hut had over 10,000 restaurants in the United States alone. It was the largest pizza company in the world by almost every measure. But what made Pizza Hut truly special, the thing that competitors could never quite replicate, was the dining room experience. The red check tablecloths, the Tiffany-style lampshades, the salad bar that kids treated as their personal domain, the specific ritual of ordering, waiting, and eating together in a booth. Pizza Hut wasn't fast food. It was a family restaurant, and the distinction mattered enormously. The early 1990s brought a challenge that Pizza Hut was completely unprepared for: Domino's 30-minute delivery guarantee. Suddenly, the proposition was different. Pizza didn't require a trip to a restaurant. Pizza came to you in 30 minutes, guaranteed. For families with young children, for couples who didn't want to go out, for anyone who valued convenience over atmosphere, this was revolutionary. Pizza Hut's response was slow and incomplete. They launched their own delivery service, but the infrastructure of their site-down restaurants wasn't designed for delivery efficiency. Their kitchens were built for dine-in volume. The transition was costly and operationally difficult. Then in the late 2000s and 2010s, a second disruption arrived: third-party delivery apps. DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub. Suddenly, every local pizza shop had delivery capability. The competitive advantage that large chains had in logistics evaporated. And Pizza Hut, which had spent decades building an identity around its restaurants, found itself competing on pure delivery metrics against thousands of local competitors who were often faster, cheaper, and more interesting. The numbers are stark. In 2020 alone, Pizza Hut closed nearly 1,000 dine-in locations in the United States. The company's largest franchisee, NPC International, which operated over 1,200 Pizza Hut locations, filed for bankruptcy. But it's not the Pizza Hut that people have tattooed on their memories. The red roofs, which had been one of the most recognizable architectural symbols in American retail, were being torn down or converted. A generation of Americans watched as the specific restaurant of their childhood systematically dismantled itself. The question hanging over Pizza Hut now is whether a brand built on a dining experience can survive when the dining experience is gone. Delivery Pizza Hut is fine. It's perfectly acceptable pizza, delivered reliably. But it's not the Pizza Hut that people have tattooed on their memories. It's not the booths and the lampshades and the book it pin. You can't replicate the feeling of being 8 years old and sitting in a Pizza Hut booth watching your pizza arrive. That specific magic is gone, and Pizza Hut is discovering something that all the delivery efficiency in the world cannot compensate for. People don't just eat at restaurants, they experience them, and when the experience disappears, what's left is just food. And just food is a very crowded market. What's your Pizza Hut memory? The book it pin? The salad bar? A specific order you always got? Tell me in the comments. And subscribe to Behind the Menu. This is what we do here, every week. See you in the next one.